everybody, it's Harry from Slap Your Daddy BBQ. I am in Memphis in May, and I am with the nice folks at Hassell Cattle Company. We have the owner here, Doug. And you guys love it when I cook brisket videos, do brisket videos with Wagyu. So Doug's gonna tell you a very special Wagyu cattle that this company raises.
Glad you're here.
All right.
We got your brisket out. You're gonna go prepare it for us. So let me kind of tell you how Hassell Cattle came about.
Okay.
So Hassell Cattle, we're a small family farm. What you see is pretty much all family here. We raise Angus cattle. We breed them with our Wagyu registered bulls. We grow a really high prime beef. And we've been selling for 3 or 4 years now. Everybody that's tried it really loves it.
Okay.
And we're all antibiotic free, no hormones. And we got about 60% resale in buying those. Yes, sir. We're honored to have the Willingham team cook one of our briskets. I'm going to come over and help sample it. Y'all sample it and then give me some feedback.
Absolutely. So folks, stay tuned for this episode. We're going to be cooking a Hassell Cattle Company Wagyu brisket, and we'll share the results. Here's the Wagyu brisket from HassellCattleCompany.com. Looks absolutely gorgeous. This is about a 12 to 14 pounder. I'm just going to do a simple boat trim on it and show you guys the marbling on it. As I mentioned before, when you buy a brisket, you want to buy it based on size, symmetry, striation, and marbling. Those are the 4 characteristics I look for. What is unique about a Wagyu brisket is it's got extremely fatty marbling in it. So when the marbling is across the grain, it's called marbling. When it's the other way, it's called striations. The Wagyu is a very unique breed from Japan, not originally. So the original breed of Wagyu actually came from England, and it's been selectively bred in Japan because in Japan, a cattle rancher discovered one of the cattle that had a genetic mutation. It's called the Delta 9. So for those you biotech gurus out there, you can go online and check out for the Delta 9 mutation within cattle. There's research articles about that. What happened was the Delta 9 mutation created a cattle that was extremely kind of marbled. And the Japanese selectively bred that strand of the Delta 9 into a whole series of cattle. It kind of promulgated into several regions. You have basically 4 kinds of Wagyu cattle. You have the Tajima Red, Tajima Blacks, and I don't know what this one is, but this one is an American cross. So the Angus was crossed with the American Tajima cow and resulting in an American breed. The American breed is much more hardy than the one in Japan, hence it will survive well in America. The Japanese purebred Tajima is somewhat delicate according to the ranchers I've spoken to, so they crossbreed with the American Angus. So the flavor profile is kind of a little bit of mix with a high oleic acid, which gives you a very unctuous mouth feel that coupled with the tenderness and the marbling results in a superb bite. So if you never tried a Angus brisket, you can watch this episode of an Angus Wagyu cross, and I will take you guys through the whole process. We'll cook it, and I'll have the 28-member Willingham team here who is at the Memphis In May. We're going to do a taste test and share with you our results.
My name's Henry Jones. I'm off the team Off the Rack Barbecue. We're here competing with Willingham's in the 2022 Memphis In May. I'm actually a really big fan of Dalstrom. They hold up really well. They keep a really a good edge for me. It's most of what I use. I do get the Damascus blades. They just seem to hold a really good edge for me, and they're in an affordable price range compared to some of the other brands.
What do you like? What type of knife do you like for brisket trimming?
I prefer a fillet knife.
Fillet knife. So kind of that a little thinner than that knife you have there, right?
Yeah, I use
it's a regular boning knife. It's a regular boning. The Fortuner boning.
Yeah, I use it's a little bit of it's a solid fillet knife, so it's not completely like a 6-inch flex knife. It is pretty solid.
Okay.
Putting on some mustard for a binder for the rub.
Okay. And how do you say what are you doing? What's the action called?
That's a massage. You got to massage the meat.
Okay. All right. So folks, you can stay tuned for this episode. Don't tune away and watch that beautiful hanging brisket method and look at his hand action. You notice it's above, like 12 inches above. He's applying a very even coat of what knife is this?
This is our original mild.
What's the history behind the original mild? This is one of your winning.
Yeah, this
flavors?
goes back to the 70s, and John was trying to perfect, always tinkering. One seasoning that you could wipe out your entire cabinet of seasonings and spices and just use this.
And where can folks get this?
So various retailers, but Willinghams.com, right? We've got it, but we've got a lot of the barbecue superstores, Barbecue Pro Shop, Atlanta Barbecue Store, you name it, they carry it. These are specifically designed by Willinghams.
Okay.
And
it looks really like a medieval, like a weapon.
so we hang our butts, shoulders, brisket.
And any kids that don't pay attention, or
And any kids
the
that don't pay
disciplined kids,
attention.
yes.
Goes in, we hang point side up and just let it render across.
So we're using John's medieval design for a brisket hook to hang it with. This brisket's a little frozen, but we'll see if I can't use some of this extra weight I got.
Wow, that looks amazing.
That's how you hang it?
I've never seen a brisket hanger. Can I just steal this on the way back to LA? So, I have a pit barrel hanger cooker, so I can definitely hang it in there. Wow, we should just make this. People who want to hang the briskets. So Paul, if you're paying attention, please make this, sell it on your website. I'll buy one. Okay, the Wagyu brisket is nicely crusted. I have it on a piece of foil. We're gonna go ahead and wrap it now. I got my beef tallow, Wagyu tallow. All we're gonna do is remove the hanging instruments here. Take a taste test. It's straight. And let's give it a taste test on this Wagyu. Tenderness is good. Let's give it a shot here. This looks delicious. Wow, very good. Very tender, juicy. It's got a characteristic taste of the Wagyu, and it's got a lot of oleic acid, very oily, and super delicious. A little bit mild beef taste. Muscle. I cut it in a slice this time instead of my normal cubes. Wow. Absolutely delicious. But there you have it. Wagyu from Hassell Cattle Company. So thumbs up for them if you want to order. I'll leave the link in the video description. Too bad I'm in Memphis, but I definitely will pack some back for Mr. Beans to try. So until the next video, we will see ya. Huge shout out to my patrons for helping keep the lights on my channel. And until the next video, we shall see ya.